So we're starting off with the first
Weird.
gen classic. I remember
Overall,
we put this in the B tier last time. But
Really?
Since we're doing this against every single other iPod.
I would have to say it's a D tier.
Oh,
Ugh. First gen, it gets a little
Maybe a C tier
Little
because of the
bump up.
nostalgia, but I mean, you can't really flash mod them because they don't like the flash. You kind of have to either stick with a first gen, second gen, or third gen hard drive, which limits you to at most 40 gig.
no, but
It has a physical click wheel, which is another component for failing. It's very dependent on your use case. Stock, and if you can get a battery for it, it's okay. But it's limited in storage, and repairability is kind of rough on it. Now, the second gen,
Yeah, I guess we could put this in B tier because it's slightly more.
Well, hold on, did
more
we settle on C or D?
better. You can put a
C.
little bit more storage in it, and it
Yeah,
has the
it will
touch
accept-
wheel instead of the click wheel. So
that's
I'm-
one of the things is
I'm
that,
saying C on it just because.
yeah. I'm putting it above D, which is where I put the first gen, but it's not high enough to go much higher, in my opinion.
I mean,
Now,
the,
the third
the second
gen-
is
third gen I put in B tier. Can't really flash mod it. It's not
No,
that
you can't.
reliable, but it looks
Uh-uh.
so exquisite. It looks so beautiful.
And
Yeah,
The
because it's
third
got the
gen
cool,
is-
cool LEDs.
yeah,
the
because
third
it lights
gen-
up and just because of the different like layout.
The third gen is so picky about everything. It's very picky about its connection via FireWire.
We can't
Oh.
even charge unless you have a
Yeah,
FireWire
I
brick.
think you can charge it over wall power.
Yeah, but you're gonna need a hefty power brick in order to do it.
I mean,
And as I found out very quickly, there aren't very many power adapters that are up to those things.
And
Does the iPad one do that?
iPad is only a 10 watt, and with the newer ones, it's Type C to Lightning or a Type C connector, and those are 18 watts. But okay,
They still
The
can't
only-
push enough power to get one of those
Yeah.
plus restore mode.
it's the third gen is so picky about what it needs and whatnot. But
Yeah.
its modding capabilities, like even though it's limited, like Muddy in our main Discord, they have been working on resoldering new LEDs to make the whole thing RGB, like blue,
Really?
green, red, yellow. It's possible. You
I'm
just have
still,
to find
I'm,
it.
I'm still putting it in C tier to be honest, because although it
Yeah,
is
it's
better,
easier for me.
Yeah, I can see that.
Now the fourth gen
fourth gen. Fourth gen
mono deserves to be.
yeah,
No, no,
fourth
no,
gen
no, no,
mono,
Fourth
fourth
gen mono. Fourth gen mono S.
That's why.
YX though.
Okay.
A tier.
I know I'm gonna get some heat for this, but I have a fourth gen where I'm gonna compare it to the fabled mini second gen.
Okay.
Honestly, the fourth gen feels so much better. It's better made. On the second gen mini, the click wheel moves around when you're trying to like scroll, and it feels awful. And also the buttons, they feel like so mushy. But with the fourth gen, yeah,
I see where you're coming
the
from.
butt
I mean,
it
yeah, I
feels
can see
so
that.
much better, and the buttons, it's like all the other classic.
I mean, the only thing I get to do with my fourth gen is push the buttons.
It's so much more satisfying.
I totally agree with you because the mini was great, but I think the mini was more of a proof of concept that they could do the click wheel. And once they figured out how they had to do the click wheel, then they applied that to the classic.
Yeah,
And on
but
the classics, it was well more refined compared to the mini.
no,
Like you
but
said, there's no
again-
moving, no nothing.
again, this is a second gen mini. I would have thought by the second gen, you would have gotten the like retaining mechanism down in order to
Yeah,
like keep it in place. And honestly, like,
I mean,
this
I did a
click wheel
small mod
has just
to mine.
annihilated my like usage of the mini.
yeah. Mine is. I have a second gen mini. It's green, but I spray painted part of it black. the spray paint job isn't all that great, but who cares? I know what you're talking about, because it does move around if you don't have anything supporting it. So under the flash mod part, I put a little piece of wood and foam to put pressure on the motherboard and the click wheel, so the click wheel doesn't move around as much. But that shouldn't be necessary when it's a second gen compared to the first. So I totally agree with you. I think the fourth gen definitely, Mondo at least, deserves a S tier.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mono gets S tier. This is the part where my opinion comes out a lot. Because I haven't had a very good experience with the color.
I haven't had any experience with the color.
Neither have I.
I'm glaring at my color right now.
Wait, is it the color that Mr. eBay told her you were untrustworthy?
Yes.
Oh no. The infamous color. Okay, now the 5th gen.
S tier.
The beloved 5th gen.
Oh
S
god, this
tier,
is
hands
bad. It's
down.
getting hotter.
Okay.
Alright, 5th gen and 4th gen
S.
are the best gens.
The 5th. Okay,
S
the
tier.
one downside to the 4th gen is it's just kind of, it can be picky with Firewire, but that's not as common comparatively to other products, like the
CPU,
first
please
three.
just throttle. Just throttle down. Cool down. Your fans are running full blast. Just cool down. Please.
Okay, guys, if Delta leaves, it's because his MacBook blew up in this video.
Cementing his reputation as a laptop abuser.
Oi!
Yes. Yes. Oh.
Of course,
okay.
this came back up again.
So now the 6th gen.
6th
Oh,
gen,
boy.
C tier.
I'm putting it as a C tier as well.
So, the 6th gen is bad because, first off, they switched to metal on the front plate instead of plastic,
Yeah.
so it's a pain in the ass to get open. And also, they limited the storage to 128 gigabytes. And that's it.
That's
so.
the biggest thing is that I don't necessarily see the metal being an issue because, I mean, if you know how to properly open it, it's not that big of a deal. Yes,
It's
it can
just,
be
it's just when you're
but you
first
don't
time
have to
doing it.
Yeah, first time, get a 5th gen, hands down, because the 5th gen kind of prepares you to open a 6th gen and the 7th gen. But with the limitation of the storage and the 6th gens they're kind of well known for motherboard issues.
Oh, yes. We're going into this, are we?
The 6th gen is known for the motherboard issues. That's why, like, everyone kind of I'm gonna get a 6th gen. We all
You shouldn't.
Like,
disregard
no,
it.
shouldn't.
please, God, no.
Because the 6.5 gen, yes, it still has a storage limitation, but I mean, it didn't have the motherboard issues, even though it still had it's more reliable comparatively to the 6th gen.
I mean, my
And
battery
also-
bends.
I would like to add for both of them, the click wheel is like unresponsive for the
It
6
can't-
and 7. Yeah, and that's just something you can't really get around, so I've learned. You just start scrolling and it doesn't do anything, and you're like, what's going on?
yeah, I know
And then it
exactly.
goes down like 5 pages.
Alright, so we've talked
Let's
enough
get
about
back
the
on
6th gen. 7th gen, A tier.
A tier, hands down, because it made improvements. It's still a pain in the butt to get into, but like
But you
your
can put,
storage
like,
is
as much storage as you really want. Like,
Within
the
reason.
Mac storage is like around 2 terabytes because what's his name? ThinkPods proved it when he was putting 4 terabytes into that iFlash quad board. But even 1 terabyte is really buggy. So that's the thing. It's like, do you want a lot of storage with it being unreliable, or I mean, who really needs a terabyte of storage?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
there are people who would want that.
Does anyone
They
know
exist.
approximately what temperature solder on a motherboard would melt?
Oh my god.
What are we up to
How
now?
high is it running? This is just going to be becoming a running joke for this video.
This thing is like
Delta-
200 Fahrenheit.
Ow, it's actually burning my knees now.
Dude, put it on like a table.
Like an ice
Like
pack.
I've
Yeah.
literally got it half shut so the fans can blow. It says the CPU's cooling down. It says it's like 85, but the GPU
Okay.
PCIe is 97.
Yeah, go get an ice pack.
This thing is
yeah,
one of the
don't
ones
like-
known for graphics issues. I don't know if this thing's gonna work in about 10 minutes.
So yeah, this.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if Delta just drops out, you know why.
Yes, you know why Delta drops out.
I'm trying everything to save this because I want this footage of this going wrong.
Alright, so we've done the classics. We go to the minis now?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Yes, my favorite.
Alright, so first gen mini, B tier.
C
B?
tier.
Yeah, I was gonna say C or B.
I just don't want my computer to melt without my opinions being known.
The thing with the first gen mini is that it's just its storage limitation. You really can't push it. You're limited to its 6 or 4 gigs.
No,
I
you're
mean, you
no,
can
no,
flash mod
It's
it.
limited to 128.
Oh, 128.
I just put 64 in it and call it a day.
The minis are a touchy subject because they're kind of in their own realm.
I mean,
Yeah.
I yeeted mine straight into S tier on the first one. I mean, I only own a first gen, so I only have experience with the first.
I would
Second gen is a B.
I put it high A tier because yeah, it still has a click wheel issue, but you can put like 256 gigs in it.
Now the nanos, I'm putting them all in F tier, not kidding.
All right, first gen, I'm putting D tier.
The only one I've put in S tier is the 5th gen, literally just because it recorded the stupid. What on earth has happened now? My audio's just died.
I
Not
can
for
still
us.
hear
It's
you.
back.
Yeah, we
My
can still
audio-
hear you.
The capture thing decided to not record audio for the last 5 minutes.
Oh, that's good.
Let's
Gen,
get
I'm
back
putting
on track.
C tier.
Delta still uses his laptop. Anyways, the second gen I think is slightly better than the first, slightly. But once if the battery starts to swell, you're screwed.
Oh, I
Yeah.
fixed a 2nd gen battery this week. I actually soldered it.
Yeah, but
I know-
okay, if the battery is swelled, you're screwed.
Yeah, but
'cause that's pushing.
getting it
Well, hold
out,
on.
that's your problem. Soldering
Oh,
it's
I know
not
how
too
to
bad.
get it out. I know a good way to get it out.
Just smash it
Or
out.
just rip it
The
open.
best way to get get a swollen battery out of any device is to poke a hole in it and then let it drain.
You're
What?
insane.
You are absolutely insane. Third gen D tier. Yeah, all of them after the second gen are either D or F.
They
Let me
are.
go-
What?
Hold on, let me go back to the
recorded
first
the
one.
masterpiece that is Morons in a Forest.
Okay, Jesus, go ahead.
Okay, on Elite Obsolete, the website, he's selling clear faceplates for the first
Yeah,
gen.
that thing looks
Which
sick.
is-
I want one.
Yeah, I want to get one of those. And I talked to him the other day, and he said he has like a dozen left. So if you're gonna get one now.
I need
Yeah,
one,
mine.
but I don't want to pay the shipping for one.
Anyway, so all of the other nanos after the second gen, I just put like in D or F.
My
Fourth
laptop's
gen is an
actually
F.
cooling down. Well, actually, it's staying
Fifth gen
consistent.
is
It's
an
not
F.
cooling down. It's just staying consistent.
6th gen is a D. 7th gen is an F.
What?
Seventh gen,
Wait,
is an
really?
F. I'll give you that. Seventh gen's like
The
a D or
7th
C.
gen. Okay. Yes,
I kinda
it's
like the
amazing,
7th gen.
but if you have to repair it, if you have to repair the 7th gen, good luck. Because when I was trying to do it, I ripped the screen ribbon cable, everything, because you quite really can't pull out on it at all. They're all so small and tight to the motherboard. You can't do much with it.
Yeah, but the seventh gen, it's built like a modern phone, right? You take the screen off in order to get to anything.
I would
The thing
say the 7th gen is in a C tier because it has Bluetooth and Lightning, which more people
Yeah,
have Lightning than.
That's all I'm putting it in. It's not higher than a C. The Nanos are more, I think of them more as a device where for people who are maybe have a couple hundred songs at most. They're not
The
really meant
normies.
for the enthusiast like us, where we have thousands of songs, or even 1,000 songs. Like 1,000 songs I have on my classic will not fit on the 7th gen Nano, even the highest 16 gig model. It will not fit.
What? 1,000 songs will fit on 16 gig. What are these like flax?
No, all of them are 32 kilobit per second tracks. They're bigger files.
Okay,
compared to-
that's why you can put over 1,000 songs on 16 gigs.
Yeah, no, but I like having it at bigger kilobit per seconds because with my T2s that I have, man, like it's an emotional experience, guys.
Well, I'd like to say, after using my 4 GB mini for a while, I kind of like the experience of like coming home and picking out your music for the next day, you know?
I don't know
Yeah.
about that. I just like chucking all my music onto or onto all of my devices and be like, all right, well, I have all of my music is on here, so like hit shuffle and do whatever.
Or it's like with me, it's like I have 2 classics, my shuffle and all my touches. I have all my music on those. It's like, okay, which one do I want to use today? Classic,
That's,
or
that's
shuffle.
exactly the struggle I go through.
It's like a library of different genres.
The first gen shuffle, I'm putting it comparatively to all the others, it's a C tier. Even though it doesn't have all the storage, you can use it as a flash drive.
It's a
Like,
flash
no
drive.
other pod can do that.
You were saying that
yeah,
last
you
time.
can use other pods as a storage device, but you need a cable. With the first gen shuffle, you do not need a cable to use it. But otherwise, its limitation in storage is kind of what holds it back. Otherwise, I think it would be a lot higher if you could put more storage into it.
The second gen shuffle, B tier. Third gen shuffle,
Agree,
F
totally
tier.
agree.
fourth gen shuffle, also F tier.
Yeah.
My fourth gen shuffle has worked a grand total of once.
I kind of like the 3rd gen because it's just such a freak, you know?
Yeah, the third gen just looks weird, but I mean, you have to have the remote, and it's just a slab of metal.
Alright, the first gen touch,
C tier.
a C tier, I totally agree, because I love the aesthetics of it, but
It doesn't
Well,
even
only
have
limited
like
to
a
32
volume
gigs.
rocker.
no, it doesn't. I know.
It doesn't?
I showed it to my dad, and he's like, so is that a second gen? Because I used to repair those a lot, and I actually have one of the ones that he did a while back. But I'm like, no, look for a volume rocker. There's nothing on it. It's
Oh,
all
weird.
via inline remote controls. So like, the Apple EarPods or anything that has a little volume control in the wire. That's how you control volume and everything. Or you do it digitally by dragging your finger through it.
Yeah.
Now a second gen, I'm putting it as a B tier because it made major improvements comparatively to the first gen. Major. It has a volume rocker, guys.
Yeah.
That's a major improvement.
And the battery life is a lot better. My second gen touch, it is, out of the 2 I have, my better one. It is basically almost in mint condition since my dad resoldered a new battery onto it years back. And since it rarely got used, the battery was just sitting there perfectly fine. It will last you like a solid week with a couple hours of listening a day. Like, it's pretty incredible.
Third gen, they didn't do much.
I'm putting it at the C tier. It didn't make any major improvements to the second gen other than just software, and it was smoother on the same OS, but that's it. It didn't make any other major improvements.
They're just saying B tier.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, Delta, you're
Oh no,
back.
he's back. Laptop
Your
abuser.
computer's still alive.
Oh, it's cool. It's cold.
Really?
I think I don't know. I don't know what changed.
Maybe-
Oh, no,
maybe-
shut up.
Maybe it was getting nervous because you were around, and now that you left, it's calmed down.
Oh no, it's got much worse. CPU temperature is now 95.
Wait, that's higher than before.
That's
We're
higher
just
than
gonna-
before. Wait.
It was like 85 before, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, fourth gen, I'm putting as a B tier.
B tier, yeah.
Would it be classed as me psychologically abusing my laptop if I've got an ice cream and I'm just eating it right in front of it while it's boiling?
Yeah.
Put it underneath it, it'll help cool it down.
And then your laptop's gonna be all sticky afterwards.
Yeah.
I have
Oh.
like pink, yellow, and blue goo all over it.
The fifth gen,
Fifth gen, B tier. Didn't really do much.
yeah, it made design improvements, and the little button is a fidget person's
Yeah.
dream.
It's same
Just
thing with the
constantly
sixth
going
gen
at it
too.
with it.
Oh,
Same
look
with
at this
the
as
sixth
well. Service battery, 95%. Battery is not charging.
Oof. Oh no.
laptop
Delta, what
thing.
have you done?
It's overheating so bad that it's literally not even allowing itself to charge.
It's not even
Alright,
work.
alright. Let's get this done. Alright, so sixth
It's
gen.
running off the power adapter.
Sixth
gen
gen,
is-
B tier, didn't change much. Seventh
No,
gen,
I'm
A
putting it
tier.
at the touches are just kind of also weird because I personally don't think a 7th gen touch should be hanging out with a second gen mini and a.
I put
Seventh
A
gen
tier,
classic.
mate. What are you doing?
Hmm?
I put the 7th gen in A tier.
Yeah, and it's on my screen. It's hanging out with a 4th gen color, a 7th gen, and a 2nd gen mini.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's got like the most storage.
Yeah, but
Hey, how much storage does it have?
it
256.
can go up to 256 now.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
And Apple's still supporting it and selling them. Wow.
Yeah, you can get it engraved if you want.
Yeah, get it saying dingus or doofus. I call my phone dingus robot and my watch doofus watch.
I was gonna get one engraved. No thanks, I don't want an engraving. Just have that engraved on
No
it.
thanks, I don't want engraving
My
engraved
friend,
on.
snatched my AirPods earlier and changed the name to Willy Pods.
Hi.
All right, boys. New
Yeah.
announcement.
just
Oh,
one last
announcement time. I have a Discord. Links in the description. Come join. We'll talk, and it'll be cool. I'll see you guys later.